By Colombia, South Carolina. John Mobley is a practicing criminal defense attorney, also has experience on the other side of the courtroom. He's been a prosecuting attorney as well. John, let's talk a little bit about how these prosecutors are bringing in Charles Vallow's death. Apparently, they've established some facts that go to this grand plan that they're alleging that Lori and Chad had, where getting rid of Charles was step number one. What do you think about the effect this has on this jury in receiving all of this wild story as a whole, please?
You know, Julie, I'm not a fan of prosecutors trying to put together cases like that for a couple different reasons. I mean, the first thing is I think that even if you get the conviction, you are just putting in built-in errors for appeal that would allow the case to get reversed. I mean, admitting evidence of other crimes that a person either has been convicted of or has not been convicted of, trying to use that as evidence to build that complete picture of a separate crime, I think it's just fraught with landmines. And I just think, a trial judge can get it in, will let it in. You have your built-in arguments regarding prejudice to the jury, improper admission of character evidence and prior bad act evidence, and so that's a big concern. I think a second concern is, from a defense lawyer standpoint, whenever I have a case where prosecutors are putting evidence of all these other things, that just opens the door to tell the jury, as from the defense standpoint, that their case is so weak, they have so little evidence that the defendant or my client committed this crime, they want to prove all this other stuff. So you'll think she's a bad person and try to paint her with a broad brush and get you to focus on all these other things as opposed to the evidence. And really challenge the prosecutors to present, specific evidence that indicates that she committed this specific murder, as opposed to the fact that she's got suspicious activity in the past and there are all these other things out there, and they've got these theories they want to try to weave together and put together these puzzle pieces and try to get the jury to follow them down that path. At the end of the day, I think it just leaves the defense open to say, hey, where's the specific evidence that she committed this crime? Ask the prosecutors to tell you that. And I think that becomes one of the pitfalls of trying to present evidence of other crimes in situations like this.
I appreciate the points you're making, John. I want to pick your brain more about the defense team, their strategy. I've been complimenting them throughout the progression of this case on the work that they're doing. This is not an easy case for them. Not a great client to have, and who knows how difficult she is, I can only imagine. But they did get two big victories. I mean, as a defense attorney, would you just speak to that quickly before we head to break? They got the death penalty off the table. And no cameras in the courtroom. It was largely their arguments. Yeah, the prosecutors didn't want them either, I should add that. But so they've got some wins here, especially when you're doing a capital case, right? I mean, the whole goal is save your client's life.
Yeah, I mean, you take a victory, you can get them, and those are certainly victories on their part. I mean, she's not going to be a popular person. I mean, and I think that, sort of like the recent murder trial, I mean, all that coverage, I mean, there's no way that you can prevent or guarantee the jury's not going to see all that. There's things posted on social media, there's court coverage on television, and I think they have a much better shot of getting the jury to focus on the actual evidence in the case as opposed to, all of the circus that's going to surround this trial.
Yeah.